Okay, so first off, a big thank you to everyone who came to our webinar on Thursday night about day trading for a living. We had a big turnout. We also are already planning a follow-up to that because we got a ton of questions that got scrolled away, and we went looking through and we realized we had a bunch of unanswered questions. So we're going to do a follow-up that is basically just a Q&A. Okay, so if you didn't see the webinar on what it takes to day trade for a living, I'm going to put the link to that and all of our webinars. They're all free in the description to this video. So take some time and check out some of our webinars. We're pretty proud of them. We've gotten great feedback from them. So check the description to this video and you'll get the link. You can see on Friday, this little green splotch here was the daily candle. So I mean, it's just a quiet summer trading right now, and a pretty narrow range. But we're still sitting near all-time highs. So with that in mind, I'm going to go right into the watch list for Monday. BLMN is getting ahead of itself to the downside. It's got nice support at the 17 area here, and it went below it a little bit here. But this area down in here is nice support. So I'd love to see an early flush Monday morning and maybe catch a reversal down in this area. So we'll be watching that one. Starbucks may or may not be overdone to the downside, but it gapped down, on earnings, and you can see the support at the 54 area. It flushed below it, but ended up closing right at 54. A potential bounce on that one if it can hold that 54 level on Monday. We're going to keep an eye on it. U.S. Steel, after gapping up 3 sessions ago, 3 sessions pretty much straight down, just overdue for a bounce in the very short term. Remember, I am not an investor. I'm a day trader, so looking for things to possibly trade on Monday. GNC broke out on massive volume on Thursday. Then Friday put in a quiet inside day. So sometimes we get a third day play where it moves right back up. I'm going to watch it for that. This thing, QBAK, I was on the fence about whether to put this on the watch list. Chart-wise, I love it, but it's, this biggest volume stick here in the past several months was only 500,000 shares. So I haven't even watched it trade, so I'm sure it trades pretty thin. But this thing made a run from 5 to 13, and now 3 days down right to the 20-day and the whole number 8 and all that. So it is a pretty good setup for a bounce on Monday. I'm going to keep my eye on it, but if it's trading stupid thin and spready, I won't mess with it. APRI is just in a sideways range, keeps trying to break out and failing, and then you've got a little mini breakout here, red day, and then right back up to the 3-day high. So this does look good over the $1.30 area. If it can get over this 3-day high over $1.30, you had this one spike of $1.37 that I look at as another catalyst. If it gets above that, you've kind of got, I don't want to say blue skies, but you certainly got some room to run. So I want to watch APRI. CA had a huge down day, and then on Friday flushed below these lows, but then ended up kind of coming back up, and it's got nice support. If you look in this area, look to the left, a lot of bottoms here. So this one is basically on long watch. In other words, continue that intraday bounce on Monday. We'll see. GNCA super coiled, huge move, and now it's got a couple inside days in a row. It's definitely finding buyers below 6. Looks like it could break out over this tight pattern. Look at it on 15s real quick here. So I don't know, up in the mid 620s. This one might just rip to the upside. So I want to watch GNCA, ZN. I had this on Bounce Watch. Remember, it looked like this coming into Friday. Had it on Bounce Watch, and if you're wondering if I found a trade in it, I did. I called this in the chat room. So you had the early pop to almost 370. Then you put in a lower high here, but kind of a tight flag. So I called it basically over this. I think I said 365, probably about a dime stop, 355. Looking for it to break this flag with a catalyst above, right? High of day break, and that's exactly what happened. And it ended up going all the way through 430. On a dime risk of 365, 355 stop. That's a pretty darn good move. It goes back on watch tomorrow because it closed really strong. So we'll see if it can give us another setup tomorrow. NOVN. This is a big volume spike for this stock, but please note that's still not even 1 million shares. But it's coming out of really strong support and closed pretty strong. So maybe a follow-through day there. That one deserves to be watched, but looks super thin. CAPR, wasn't sure about whether to put this on watch. You had the big breakout here, came all the way back down to the 20-day, then gapped up, and now 2 days right back down. So it's in a range. It's getting near the bottom of the range again. This one is worth watching, I think, for a bounce Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. And then lastly, I have DVAX, which closed at 925. And then, bear with me, I'm going to check here. And after hours on Friday, this went to 1665 is where it closed. So it closed all the way right up in this area. They had, I guess they got FDA approval or something. So certainly worth watching. It's going to get a lot of attention on Monday. I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's plenty to watch. Plus, we'll find some gappers in the morning. All right, so enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll see everybody on Monday.